Hello and welcome to Molosser, a unique YouTube channel where you'll find tons of interesting and unique canine content. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and feel free to leave a comment on any of our videos.
The German Rottweiler is without doubt one of the most common and popular members of the Molosser family. For several centuries it has been one of the principal cattle herding dogs of Central Europe, and, as such, has been of untold value to breeders of livestock especially in Bavaria and southern Germany generally. It is believed that the ancestors of the Rottweiler came over the Alps together with the Roman legions. These dogs drove the cattle, which the Romans did bring with them as food for the legions. In the 1st century after Christ there were in South Germany, not far from the Alps, a Roman colony, which later became the town of Rottweil. As early as in the beginning of the Middle Ages this town were already a center for buying and selling of cattle. When the Romans lost ground and were forced south, they left their dogs behind. These dogs continued to serve and work as cattle herders, a work the Rottweiler have done all the way up to the late 1800s. It is common believed that in the region of Rottweil, which have given the breed its name, the breed, once also known as Rottweiler Metzgerhund, got its breed characteristics and developed to be the dog we know him as today. In Central Europe it has existed, at least from the Middle Ages, dogs of different breeds and type, who have been used to protect the cattle against predators and thieves, but also to hunt bear and wild boar. These breeds, according to Hademar's descriptions of hunting in the 14th century, were called Ruden to dem Swinnen. From the Middle Ages several of these, Ruden to dem Swinnen, breeds were bred after particular lines. These breeding programs did after a while produce breeds of specific type. Most of these breeds have disappeared and gone extinct. Others have been crossed and evolved to other breeds. The Rottweiler have also, like many other breeds, gone through changes, and it was not before the turn of the century that the breed got recognition as a breed of its own. We must all agree that before the standard was set the Rottweiler, like many other breeds, did differ in type but also in color. I believe that the white markings on the Rottweiler, which we see on specimens now and then, was much more common in the old days, as well as the wolf color, which can be seen above. Today the standard on the Rottweiler, regarding color, is very strict. We must realize that several breeds of Central Europe, among them the Sauerpacker, Hatzruden, Bullen and Baranbieser, Brabanter, Rottweiler, Deutscher Dog and the Sennenhund, can trace their ancestors to the ancient Roman dogs, or at least they can count the dogs of the Roman legions as one of their ancestors. Exactly how much influence these breeds have had from other dogs than the Romans is lost in time, but one thing is sure, without the Roman occupation of Central Europe many of today's breeds have not existed. In Germany several breeds were tested for police service in the beginning of this century, and the Rottweiler soon were regarded as an excellent police and guard dog. In 1910 the breed were officially recognized as a police dog, and afterwards it was also regarded as an excellent rescue dog and also as a guide dog for the blind. In one old dog book I have it is written an interesting story about the Rottweiler's origin as a police dog. At a sailor's pub in Hamburg 14 drunken sailors were fighting about a woman. The bartender did rush out in the street and stopped a passing policeman, who had his Rottweiler with him. When the policeman entered the pub all the fighting sailors stopped fighting and all 14 jumped on the policeman. But, they had not considered the Rottweiler's reaction. In few seconds the Rottweiler had disabled 4 of the sailors, the other quickly run out of the pub. After this incident it is said that the Rottweiler was given the opportunity to be tested as a police dog. When Germany went to war in the 1930s it was needed more dogs in the military, especially as service dogs. The dogs had to be fast and should never get tired. The standard for the Rottweiler was changed because Germany was in need for more message and service dogs. Instead of quadratic build they changed it to not too short, and as maximum height 65 centimeters. 25, 5-inch, was set, but dogs who were 60 centimeters. 23, 5-inch, should be preferred.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel.